We're about 7 hours north of Windhoek, up along the Kanani River. It's a mountainous area, real desert-like, and we're headed in looking for black-faced impala. Been a pretty long drive. Namibia is a big place, and we were hunting golden oryx earlier this year in the south, and it's a totally different world down there than what it is up here. We just came to a small Himba village. The Himba tribe, virtually undiscovered till the 1900s, basically lived in anonymity. And so they lived like they did in ancient times. Pretty crazy. You can see the fence. The fence is all made out of sticks, all made out of barbed bushes. And look at the huts. The huts are made out of mud and made out of sticks. Ask him what his favorite thing to eat is. Blackface and kudus. Oryx. Oryx.
The Himba are indigenous peoples found in the Kanani River region of northern Namibia and southern Angola. While some Himba are hunter-gatherers, most raise livestock in their small circular homesteads, built with materials they have at hand and constructed to protect the animals from predation by lion, leopards, and hyena. The Himba live now as they did 500 years ago, with the married women wearing an ornate headpiece called the embre, which is sculptured from sheepskin with many streams of braided hair, colored and put into shape with a special ajizi paste, a mixture of milk fat and red clay that is also used to deter insects and in place of water for bathing because of the hot, dry desert climate. Permits to hunt blackface impala must be obtained from the Namibian government.
Permit for trophies.
And permission to hunt the lands of Himba from the tribe themselves.
I will shake your hand. 90 years old. Wow. Thank you for letting me hunt. Yes. Pretty amazing. Northern Namibia. Never thought I'd ever get to come here. We've walked a couple kilometers up in the mountainside here, and Zach and I both agree we think this is the spring hole. This is a place where there's a lot of impala tracks along here. There's baboon tracks, there's some diker tracks. So this is definitely the spring that these impala are coming to watering at. Let's look at this up here. You know, one of the things that you think about when you're setting up a blind is trying to concentrate the animals to one spot. It looks like right up in here, there's been a lot of drinking activity. And then way down at the very bottom where I was, more drinking activity. But you know, it's mountain country, so you're gonna have morning and evening thermals. So likely the impala are gonna be below us, I would say, during the night. So be better off not hunting real early in the morning here because you're gonna have that downward thermals. But we get in here about 9 or so when the thermals switch, and then the impala will come up to us and the wind will be right. I think we'll set the blind up right over here.
You know, the modern pop-up blind's a great bow hunting tool.
Okay.
A blind not only hides a bow hunter's movements, but it helps to control the scent. We decided for maximum concealment that we'd put a net over the blind and then brush it in.
You get set up right now. We just got in the blind. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. We're in this pop-up blind that's right next to this little fountain. That's basically a spring seep that comes out of the mountainside here. And we're hoping that we can get lucky because these animals aren't easy to get, but it has been really, really hot and they will come in to drink on these small seeps. This is desert country, so there's just not a lot of places for them to drink. A lot of birds hitting the water hole right now. The green birds with the kind of the different colored heads are parrots. And there's lots of them and they're real noisy. There's actually 2 spots where I could shoot and have a good shot at impala. One's right here in front of us, which is the best place. They can come right off this hill right to us. Or if they come from my left, there's another spot back over here that's a little bit of a harder shot. It's a little bit of a steep angle over there. So we're hoping they come up here. Baboons. One of the most important senses you can have on stand with bow and arrow in Africa is your sense of hearing and understanding that some of these birds make chirps and noises that tell you that animals are coming, like the gray lory, for example. The other thing too is these baboons, the animals trust baboons, and they know that if a baboon comes into the water hole, it's probably safe. So when baboons come into the water hole, it's best case scenario. As long as we don't spook them, and that's the key.
With so many baboons, it seems like I'm wasting my time. Yet incredibly, on my far left, a black-faced impala walks in. I wasn't expecting this severe angle, as we were set up to shoot a different watering spot on the spring. The camera angle you see here isn't the same angle that I have to shoot, and I'm going to have to make a steep quartering away shot, aiming at the opposite front leg.
Single ram, single black-faced impala ram comes into the water hole. Steep quartering away shot. I shot him just off the back hip. I hope I got into some of the lungs. I didn't have the best angle. That was the farthest spot that we really had an opportunity, and I could not let that impala get in there and get a drink and get away from us. They're just too tricky and too hard to get. It sounded good, and that means a lot. In bow hunting, when I hear those raised broadheads deploy, we know we got meat, and we know we've got him. Pretty slick. Pretty slick little pop-up blind. Not only were we able to get the shot, but also get the video kill, which is what it's all about for me. Let's go over here and see where he was. You can see there's so many tracks in here. There's a herd of black-faced impala coming up this mountain. Right here is where he was standing. And right here is the blood from the initial hit. Right there. There's blood all over there where he jumped across the water hole. Right here, blood. Blood back through there. Blood. I was looking for my arrow. There it is. There's my arrow. Check that out. 2-blade Rage Extreme. A little bit of blood on it. A little bit of stomach content. Definitely went through the back hip, right in front of the back hip, probably femoral artery. He died that close, and all this blood. Nice. Pretty cool. Let's go see him. Look at this. Black-faced impala. Pretty cool. Wow. 75 yards, even on a steep quartering away shot. That's what the Rage Extreme does for you. Look at this. Beautiful. Nice ram too, really. I mean, good heavy ram, good long ram, not real wide. A desert animal. And also look at their tail. They have just a really, really long tail. Just 3 times longer than a normal tail that a regular Impala would have, a common Impala. When you come here and do these types of hunts, you get to appreciate not only what you have at home, but you get to appreciate what other people don't have. And none of this meat goes to waste. And that Impala is going to feed many families tonight and tomorrow night, and there's probably going to be parties in the village. The Himba will be rejoicing over Impala steaks because we were successful on this hunt. Not to add that the money that we spent here on this hunt, staying in the lodge, buying fuel, buying food, coming here, paying for the guides and outfitters and everything else, goes to help conservation in Namibia. Very, very important. Hunters are the extreme conservationists. Don't let nobody tell you anything different.